Hello guys, for this video, I'm just talking about video games from the year 2013. And in my opinion, this is one of the strongest years for games, really since 2010. So yeah, it's one of the more stronger years for games. It's between 2011, 2012, 2013, even 2018. But the 2011 to 2013, a 3 year stretch was very strong. From 2011, you guys, there's games like Skyrim. 2012, you had a Prototype 2, you had Far Cry 3, you had Hitman Absolution, Max Payne 3. So lots of strong year games throughout that a 3 year stretch. And 2013 here, there's like 23 games here shown, as well as one a PC game, right? So yeah, 2013 really strong. And sometimes I'm making this video like it was hard because I had to look through the list of games from 2013 to make sure I'm not mixing up the years. For example, I thought Max Payne 3 came out this year. 2013, no, sorry, Max Payne 3 came out 2013. Nope, it was 2012. I thought Castlevania 2 came out this year, but nope, it was 2012. I thought Mass Effect 3 came out 2013, but no, a couple of years earlier. So yeah, some of the games I had to really go online and do some research on them. And a lot of these games I am playing from years later after 2013. But it's still nice to put it in perspective and say, oh my god, this is a very strong year. That was a very strong year like for games. And like, share, subscribe, guys. 2013 here, you have The Last of Us 1, GTA 5, Splinter Cell Blacklist, Injustice, Metal Gear Rising, WWE 2K14, FIFA 14. Like, it was just a very strong year. And middle of the year, I believe June, Last of Us came out, the original Last of Us. I bought it many years later. GTA 5, I remember, like the huge hype behind GTA 5, like when it first came out. One of the most anticipated games like of all time. And as well, like you guys know, FIFA's come out every year. Call of Duty came out every year. I don't have that. That's the only year I did not buy the Call of Duty. You have Saints Row 4 as well, Need for Speed Rivals. And as well, keep in mind, guys, 2013, the PS4 also came out. So that's the first year of the PS4 being out. Xbox One. And yeah, like I really, like in terms of, I can remember, like, so many people wanted the PS4. And that was when, not like now, like when the PS5 is so hard to get, but the PS4 was more available back then. Relative to now, like the PS5. So yeah, you have like a new generation like of games coming out. Rayman Legends, Knack, although Knack is not that good. Need to see Rivals. But yeah, definitely worth checking out. Killzone, Shadowfall, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, which is also for the PS4. The sports games also for the PS4 as well. bioshock Infinite, another good game. So, but the ones that really stand out for to me, in my opinion, is GTA 5, Metal Gear Rising, Last of Us, and Splinter Cell Blacklist. So, and again, this is going to be based on my opinion, and because really a GTA 5 really introduced, like it really expanded like on the open world and the overall like third person open world type genre, and it was really improved. Like in terms of the mechanics, they really improved on it from the original. Well, no, from a GTA 4. So the mechanics were a lot better, the shooting a lot better, the driving smoother, the walking, the running, a lot of the things like were a lot smoother, and the world felt a lot more alive. GTA 4 world kind of felt a little bland. Last of Us as well. So Last of Us, what Last of Us did well was it really making that impactful story. The story felt very impactful. The story was, a very much about, a kind of like a sacrifice and a guidance, a leadership, and how you guys are trying to survive throughout this apocalypse. But yeah, it's hard to explain. But if you play the game, like just the journey felt very immersive and impactful. Metal Gear Rising, because Metal Gear Rising is that experience where I want to play it over and over and over again, with the amount of like the appearing, the blocking, the fast-paced action. The boss fights were always very unique, and as well the cinematics, the music, the soundtracks were amazing. And Splinter Cell Blacklist, because you had lots of different lots of different ways how you could approach like a certain mission, whether it be using certain gadgets like EMP grenade, smoke bomb, incendiaries, and all that. So yeah, so those are like my favorite games from the year. But even like the my tenth favorite game from that year, W2K14 or even Anarchy Reigns, they're still really good games. And oh my god, like you're even getting a Kingdom Hearts 1.5 remake. A Kingdom Hearts 1.5 remake or a remix or whatever. This is basically it's a remake at the original Kingdom Hearts, and as well it's giving you extra content and a spin-off story, I believe. So yeah, again, like those I look at the games here. Beyond Two Souls, Battlefield 4. Now I know a God of War Ascension wasn't as strong as the previous one, God of War 3, and Batman Arkham Origins was not as strong as Arkham City. But still, like you are still getting those games like in this year, 2013. You are still getting a Batman Arkham game, during that year. Saints Row as well, Saints Row 4, which I played. I didn't play much of, but from the little I played of it, like I like the abilities, the weapons you get, the ability, the upgrade system, and how a virtual world type thing that you are living in. Bioshock Infinite, another game. This game really has surprised me, and as well a Tomb Raider. Bioshock Infinite because I'm not really into those. It's like a kind of like a quirky first person shooter. But yeah, this one, like how it played, it reminded me a lot of Resistance 3 and the original Resistance and how it plays. The fast paced first person action just keeps going and going and going. Rayman Legends, right beside it again, a 2013 game. I believe this was a release title for the PS4, also for the PS3 as well. So Rayman Legends, what I love about Rayman Legends is the fact that I like the platforming and the constant trying to, like, you really have to think like when you play this game, because a lot of puzzles and just trying to figure out how you're gonna make your way through the platforming and the different amount of playable characters that you can play as. So yeah, 2013 games, and my God, Injustice down here, Injustice, which I struggled with a lot in how I played. I'm not at the best of fighting games, but Injustice, because I love DC, like it's worth checking out if you're into comic books, right? Based on the Injustice comic book storyline, look it up. Like I recommend reading it. But yeah, Injustice felt very special as well. It felt very, in how one side was heroes, the other side is villains. I believe there's like 20 fighters or whatever, 20 different fighters that you can choose from, and they all have different specials, play styles, abilities, finishing moves, and all that. So yeah, there's lots to go for in this year. There was from that year. Right down here is Battlefield 4 Beyond Two Souls. Battlefield 4 Beyond Two Souls. Now, I didn't really play much of Battlefield 4. Beyond Two Souls, I played, half of it. Some of it I didn't really enjoy, but, like you have to, I have to give it, like a little bit of credit for, the immersion and as well the story that it's telling. Although, like, I get lost at playing the story, like there's something about it that keeps me engaged, even though, like, some of it is, there's not a whole lot of gameplay, but the story kept me going up until a certain point. Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which I played many years ago. Black Flag is your typical type of game, Well, no. Black Flag is the Assassin's Creed formula, and I believe this is one that introduced the boat mechanic. So you could actually, you're in the 18th century, going around the Caribbean, colonized Caribbean, right? The British, the French, the Spanish, and all that. So yeah, you guys are pirates, and I really like the mechanics. The fighting felt smooth, climbing, and all that. Like I like a lot about Assassin's Creed 4. And as well, like I forgot to mention, you have FIFA 14, NBA 2K14, which is going to be showed separately. So those games as well. I play FIFA 14 like a lot. FIFA 14, I know, like the rosters, learning the rosters. It's really fun to learn the rosters. There are advantages, disadvantages. FIFA Ultimate Team, which no longer works, unfortunately. You also have things like, play online, exhibition online, international, so you can play as the international teams, Argentina, France, Germany, so on. Spain, and so on. So yeah, you can play as any, FIFA. Most sports games are the same thing year after year, in my opinion. FIFA 14 is definitely worth checking out if you guys like soccer. Unfortunately, the online doesn't work anymore. And Dead Space 3, which I played a lot of too. Dead Space 3 was Dead Space 3, like I'm like, a 30 something hours in. Like it really introduced the crafting a mechanic like of guns. The environments were slightly different. The approach to the gameplay like was a little bit different. But yeah, Dead Space 3 is definitely, even at this game, like it's worth checking out. So it's a lot of games that are worth checking out from this year, from 2013. Even Anarchy Reigns, right, for its arcade style like gameplay, and the different approaches to how you fight, the different sub weapons, and the enemy, a variety. But it's mostly just an arcade type thing, and there's a story going on. And the soundtracks, great soundtracks. The score in this game is amazing. So yeah, games of 2013, guys. And again, like when I say this is a strong year, it's mostly based on what I played, and I like this. I look at the list here, guys. Like at the games here, lots of games are like from that year that were good and slash are worth checking out. I thought other games were part of 2013 as well, like Max Payne 3, that's 2012. What's another game? Castlevania Lords of the Shadow, that's 2014. What's another? Halo 4, that's 2012. Halo 3, 07. So there were some games I thought that were part of this as well. Honorable mentions: Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus came out 2013 as well. What's another one that came out 2013? There's a Warframe, the original, the MMO type thing, the third person multiplayer game. There's other games as well. Call of Duty Ghosts, which I never played. There's what's the other game? I believe there was a game called Plop. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, so 2013 a very strong year for games in my opinion. And like, what is this here? Like 17, 18 games, like almost 20 games that I have are from that year. And I'm gonna get Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus someday. So like, share, subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching Games of 2013. Thank you.